I'm joined on the afternoon show today by Liz Nugent from the Refugee Support Group. Now, some listeners, Liz, might be a little bit surprised to find that there's a refugee support group in the Furness region. Can you tell everybody who you work with and how you offer support?
The group's been going for several years. I've been involved for the last couple of years. It's all volunteers. We don't pay for anything. There's no premises. Nobody gets paid for anything. I think theoretically you could probably claim expenses, but nobody ever does. And it started off to try and support refugees who were a long way away. But in the last few years, we've actually had some families come to the Furness area. And so our support has been twofold. One is to help those people settle in and become our friends, really. And the other is to help support the people who are mainly in Lesbos, in Greece, at the refugee camps there. And of course, things have been pretty dire there recently because of the lockdown, and we haven't been able to send all the clothes and equipment and stuff that we usually do. So we've just been sending money instead.
Right.
But we've had up to about 7 families in the area. But gradually people have moved away a little bit because there's no mosque in this area at the moment, and hopefully that will change soon. And people very much value educating their children in their faith. And I mean, I'm a church-going Christian, and I thought how awful it would be if I didn't have my church to go to. I would be cast adrift if that were the case.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot about community as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. And there's a lot more Muslims in the area than just refugee families. And people have moved away because one person finishing off their maths degree at Leeds University because she only got halfway through it when she had to leave Syria. And other people have moved to Manchester because their child has gone to university and they've all moved along with them, and better job opportunities for some people.
Well, that's good, isn't it? That's good that people have come and settled to an extent where they feel confident enough to move on to the next stage of their lives.
Absolutely, but we feel like we've lost friends when that happens. We feel a bit bereft. But we do have 3 families in Barrow which seem fairly settled now. And
is it mainly from Syria that people are coming?
Yes, the 3 families in Barrow are from Syria. Yeah.
So they must have had some pretty horrific experiences then.
Absolutely. And I mean, one family in particular lived in Jordan for 7 years before they came here. All the people settled in Barrow have come on the vulnerable persons resettlement scheme. So the government actually went out to the refugee situations in Jordan or wherever and chose people that they thought were safe and reliable and honest citizens, but also had some kind of, usually a medical need that needed meeting. So that was great. I mean, all credit to the government for doing that.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, well, let's play a little bit of music now and come back and find out about this event that you've got planned for the weekend. Liz Nugent joins us today from the Refugee Support Group, and we're just talking about people that come to the area needing help and support, often from war-torn countries, trying to rebuild their lives after devastating situations that obviously are no fault of their own. We have an event on in Ulverston, I believe, at the weekend, Liz.
Yes, we have a market stall. I'm told it's going to be outside Tesco's on Market Street.
Right.
And the idea really is to celebrate what refugees bring to our country and to inform people. Those are the 2 main things, really. So you can come and have a chat, and we're very happy to chat to people who feel they disagree with what's happening and don't think what we're doing is a good idea. We've got face painting for the kids and henna decorations that some people can do. you can try and do the citizenship test. Have you ever tried to do that?
Yes.
We had a quiz night once, and I don't think just with those questions, and I don't think anybody's got more than 50% of them right.
Really? Can you give it?
Yeah, they ask questions like, how many members of Parliament are there in the Welsh Parliament? Well, I can't even. I did know at that point, I suppose, because I have no memory of what the answer is. And you can. The other thing is, we're going to show you the rations that refugees are given to live on. Sometimes members of the group will do a sponsored week. Is it a week? It might be even more than a week of just living on the rations that refugees are given. And the only thing in its favour is apparently you're guaranteed to lose weight if you
a rather drastic way to go about doing it, but a very interesting thing to do, because you can't understand how people feel unless you've lived in their shoes for a bit, can't you?
Absolutely.
And that's one way of doing it. And it always strikes me as so very sad, these war-torn countries where people were just living their ordinary lives just like we are, and within a matter of months everything has changed, everything is gone. I know, I think I wonder if people really thought about that for a minute. Perhaps opinions might change a little bit. Right. It sounds like a great event, that Saturday on Market Street outside Tesco's in Ulverston. Go along there and have a go at the citizenship test. That would be interesting.
Destined to disappointment, I suspect.
That's great. Now, if people wanted to get in touch with you, have you got a Facebook page or a website?
We do. We have a Facebook page, which is Furness Refugee Support Volunteers. There's
right, Furness Refugee Support Volunteers. Right.
Yeah. And if you make contact with that, your name will be reviewed. We did have a few problems when it was first set up with people not being very nice after they joined the group. So that will be reviewed. Your name will be reviewed and you'll be accepted. And I'm not sure what the number is at the moment, but it's about 400 or 500 people that are interested. And then there's a hardcore of people who actually sort of do the organising and get involved, with the families directly and that sort of thing. And I have to say, there might be some food there, because Syrian food is unbelievably beautiful and wonderful. And we have wonderful cooks within our refugee families as well. So if there is some food there, that would definitely be worth coming to taste. I'll be there from 9 till 11:30. So you can come and harangue me if you like.
Right. What time is it all shutting up shop?
3 o'clock probably. Right. 9 till 3.
Okay, that's great stuff. Well, good luck with that. And I will try my best to get there myself, actually, because you've just persuaded me with the old food.
Oh dear, I better make that a bigger
priority. We do a recipe on this show every Tuesday and Thursday, Liz. So any recipes will be gratefully received.
I'll have a word with Faten then, because she's the expert.
Fantastic stuff. Okay, lovely to talk to you.
Thank you.